Thank you for inviting me to speak. My name is Holly Saylor, and my husband spent 10 years on Indiana's death row. He recently had his sentence commuted to 100 years. He is innocent. He has chosen to go on and fight his fight in the federal courts, denied appointment of counsel, so he's having to do it on his own. But this is something he's insistent on because he refuses to accept being convicted of a crime he did not commit. I'm here for two reasons. One, I can give you a different perspective. I almost became the victim of a state execution. Facing the fact that my husband was going to be murdered is something that you live with every day. And all we do as a state when we execute someone is create an entire new set of victims. And those are the people that love the men and women on death row. When I got started in this, my daughter, who at the time was 9, she's 11 now, her first question to me was, well, who's going to kill the person that's going to kill him for killing somebody? How do you look your child in the eye and try and give them an answer to that? Nobody's supposed to kill anybody. It's in the Bible. That's right. So how can our legislators, our governor, anyone that says they are a person of faith, kill anyone? That's a question that we have got to get answered and get changed. Something that happened to me this year with all the executions, because of my husband, I've gotten close to several of our death row inmates and was asked to witness Donald Ray Wallace's execution this year. So I can give you a perspective from that. It was probably the most horrible thing I've ever dealt with in my life. He was my friend. He was probably the most spiritual man I have ever known. He learned that spiritualism in prison. He gave to this world from prison. And if we give them the chance, they can do that. When they executed him that night, it was like losing a part of myself. People ask me, well, how can you do that? How can you watch that? How could I not? I loved him as a friend, as a human being. Now, we've had some that have had their sentence commuted, my husband being one. There's just no reason to kill any of them. There's no reason. There's other alternatives. Right. You know, listen to Michael talk about life without parole. I'm sorry, I feel the same way. And to be perfectly honest, most prisoners on death row will tell you, I don't want to live the rest of my life in prison. There is other alternatives. You know, basic laws need to be changed. The public needs to know. I didn't know till I got involved in this that if you're even at the scene of a murder, involved in something but had nothing to do with the murder, you can still be sentenced to death. How much of the general public knows that? Don't you think that might be more of a deterrent to crime? You know, and a big part of our death row inmates are there for felony murder. They didn't go out to kill someone. They might have been doing something they shouldn't be doing, and the other person they were with killed someone, or they possibly ended up killing someone. But did they know that beforehand? No. The law was changed to knowingly could lead to a murder from intentional. What we do is intentional. What's more intentional than knowing the date, the hour, and down to almost the minute of when you're going to kill someone? There is nothing worse. The pain I felt in that execution chamber with Don's family, and I felt myself, was a feeling I hope none of you ever feel. It was almost an animalistic pain his sister was in. And, you know, I feel so badly for the victims of, you know, of the murder victims, or the families of the murder victims. I feel all the compassion in the world. But we are creating more of those. And it's got to stop. And who is going to teach our children that killing is wrong when our own governor, when our own legislators kill people? And we allow it because we are the state. Their death certificate states killed by the state. I don't want to be part of a state that kills people. So let's all pray and work together and push our legislators and our governors to change this horrible law. Thank you.